Students of class 12 of Vidya Bhavan School, hope you are all doing well. So, today in this video, we will continue our discussion of profit maximization under price discrimination. Okay, now the condition for profit maximization under price discrimination is MR1 equals to MR2 equals to MC. Now, you may ask that why MR1 is not greater than MR2, why MR2 is not greater than MR1. So let me tell you why this is happening. Okay, so see, if my MR1 would have been greater than MR2, this implies what? This implies that the marginal revenue in the market 1 is greater than the second market. So obviously, where the revenue will be more, then the monopolist will be more attracted to serve that market, right? So obviously it will shift entire, because he is noticing that if I only serve market 1, I will get more output, I will get more profit, so why should I serve market 2, right? So that's why we keep the condition as MR1 equals to MR2. So marginal revenue in market 1 is more than the second market. So monopolist can increase his total revenue by shifting his output from where to where? From the second market to the first market. Okay, so that is why we consider the equilibrium condition as MR1 is greater than MR2. So let's see what happens if the opposites happens. Okay, so if MR2 is greater than MR1, this means marginal revenue in market 2 is more than the first market. Monopolist can increase his total revenue by shifting his output from the, here it will change to first market to the second market. Why? Because here the monopolist is getting more revenue in market 2. So such shifting will continue from the low marginal revenue to the high marginal revenue market. Okay, once the marginal, how long it will go on? Until and unless this becomes equal. Okay, so once the marginal revenue are equal in the two market, it is no longer, so it will continue until the two revenues get equal, and then the monopolist will become indifferent towards the two market. Okay, so once the marginal revenue are equal in two markets, it is no longer profitable to shift the output from one market to another market, right? So in that case, total profit will be maximum. Okay, so to maximize the equality of the marginal revenue and marginal cost, the equality of marginal revenue and marginal cost is necessary. Okay, so this was the concept. Now let us see the diagram. Okay, so let us see the diagram here, how we will obtain the equilibrium. So suppose this is AR1, suppose this is AR1 and this is MR1. Okay, AR, MR, AC, MC, this is quantity. Okay, and there is also one market, so this is a bit flatter, AR1 and sorry 2, and this is MR 2. Okay, let me draw it a little closer. Okay, so this is for market 1 and this is for market 2. So how will I get the combined marginal revenue? Okay, so for getting the combined marginal revenue, we have to, okay, so we have to add we have to make an horizontal addition of both this MR curve. So see the starting point of MR curve of the market 1. So from this, mark this point here, okay, and also mark the second point. So see, MR2 is starting from here, but MR1 is starting from here. Now we want to find out the combined curve. So until this much portion, that is until this much portion, there is no MR2, but there is MR1. So value of MR2 is 0 and there is some value of MR1, that is this much. So whatever will be the shape of MR1 will be the shape of the combined MR curve, because until this much no MR2 is present. Okay, I hope this is clear. So this is just a straight line here, the steeper straight line, as you can see from the diagram. Okay, so this will be a steeper curve like this. Now see, from this point we have the MR curve for market 1 also, and we have the MR curve for market 2 also. Now see, the MR curve for market 1 is a bit steeper MR curve, and the MR curve for market 2 is a bit flatter MR curve. Okay, so the horizontal summation will be, as you can see, the market 1's MR curve is steeper and market 2 MR curve is flatter. So something which will be in the optimum, that is neither too steeper nor too flatter. So this will be, we can just draw like this, that is not too steeper, not too flatter. So the curve that I obtained by horizontal summation of MR1 and MR2 is nothing but MR1 plus MR2. Okay, now what is the equilibrium condition? So we have to draw an MC curve. So this is the MC curve and it is intersecting MR1 plus MR2 at this point. Okay, so this is my equilibrium. Now from this equilibrium, what will you do? You will just draw a line and produce it until these two graphs. Okay, like this. Now see the point where this line which I have just drawn is intersecting the market 1's MR curve and markets 2 MR curve. So markets 2 MR curve, it is intersecting at this point. So this is my equilibrium for market 2. So suppose if this is the equilibrium, suppose this is the quantity Q2 and this is the price P2, and in market 1 it is intersecting at this point. So this is E1 and corresponding to this my quantity is Q1 and my price is P1. Okay, and this is Q. Okay, so as you can see, the price chart, just see the price chart in different market. Is it same? No, right? In market 1 the price chart is P1 and in market 2 the price chart is P2. So in market 1 my equilibrium price is OP1, and in market 2 my equilibrium price is OP2. So we can see that different price are being charged. So this is nothing but the case of what? But the case of price discrimination. Okay. So and OQ1 is the amount of equilibrium output in market 1. OQ2 is the amount of equilibrium in market 2, and OQ is the total amount of output. Okay. So this was the concept of profit maximization under price discrimination. I hope this is clear. So up to this for this video. Thank you.